Iga Swiatek speaks out on players' privacy after Coco Gauff's infamous racket break incident. Are we animals? Coco Gauff's emotional outburst at the AO has reignited a broader debate about player privacy. After her 1-6, 2-6 loss to Alina Svitolina in the QF, footage surfaced of the American smashing her racket in what she believed was a private backstage area. The 21-year-old later expressed disappointment over the moment being broadcast. Now, her fellow tennis star Iga Swiatek has also echoed her concerns, questioning the lack of privacy for players behind the scenes. Swiatek also made her way out of the competition with a 5-7, 1-6 loss to Elena Rybakina. But during her post-match press conference, she was asked to reflect a bit on the cameras backstage at the tournament. Replying to that, the poll said, "The question is, are we tennis players? Or are we animals in the zoo, where they are observed even when they're pooping?" Okay, that was exaggerating obviously, but it would be nice to have some privacy. It would be nice also to have your own process and not always be observed. She stressed the importance of having some space where the players can do private things without the whole world watching. Iga Swiatek gave a few examples of courts and highlighted how, at some tournaments, it's impossible to avoid people constantly observing them. "I don't think it should be like that because we are tennis players. We're meant to be watched on court and in the press. That's our job. It's not our job to be a meme when you forget your accreditation. It's funny for sure. People have something to talk about. For us, I don't think it's necessary." When Swiatek was asked if she had talked to the tournament about it here, she replied, "What's the point?" Coco Gauff had earlier explained why the viral moment bothered her. According to the American, she tried to go somewhere where there were no cameras. But her efforts were in vain. Highlighting that moment, she recalled a similar incident featuring Aryna Sabalenka at the 2023 US Open final. "I feel like they don't need to broadcast." The American also emphasized that she deliberately avoids breaking rackets on court and had stepped away specifically to keep her emotions out of public view. She wanted to release her disappointment and anger privately. As Gauff stated, she never wanted to redirect her frustration toward her team because she feels they're good people and they don't deserve that. Both Coco Gauff and Iga Swiatek's reactions have now sparked a serious debate on this topic in the tennis world. Amid the backlash over her viral moment, Gauff also received public support from Serena Williams and her husband Alexis Ohanian. What did they say, though? Serena Williams and her husband defend the concerns raised by Coco Gauff and Iga Swiatek. Coco Gauff's AO exit didn't just spark conversation about her tennis. It ignited a broader debate about athlete privacy, emotional expression, and modern media scrutiny. We saw her fellow tennis player Iga Swiatek also bringing up the topic on the discussion table. And now, in response to the murmur surrounding Gauff's angry outburst, Serena Williams and her husband, Alexis Ohanian, publicly came to Gauff's defense. Ohanian criticized the media for sensationalizing a private emotional release. "Angel, I love this energy and emotion from at Coco Gauff. We love sports because it's raw, because these athletes put their all into the battle, and sometimes, like life, you don't win. Media are gonna spin this private moment for a headline to get some clicks. But Coco did nothing wrong here." Later on, replying to her husband's tweet, Williams echoed his sentiment, resharing his post and applauding both his stance and Gauff's passion. "Well said. At Alexis Ohanian, passion. Caring. Matters. Nothing wrong with hating to lose. Now, Coco, when you want, I can show you how to demolish in one swipe. Serena style." The controversy also ties into a wider conversation raised by Iga Swiatek, who questioned the constant surveillance of players behind the scenes. Former US Open champion Andy Roddick also weighed in, backing Gauff on his Served podcast. He emphasized that her maturity and youth often go overlooked and argued that athletes deserve space to vent in private. With voices like Williams, Ohanian, Roddick, and Iga Swiatek rallying behind Coco Gauff, the incident has evolved into more than just a viral clip. What are your thoughts on this incident, though?